Waqf is an Islamic tradition where assets like land, buildings or money are dedicated to religious causes. It is supposed to support the community by building schools, hospitals and community centers, ensuring benefits for everyone. Waqf assets are protected by law and used to create a non-secular religious empire. In India, after it became independent, the country faced numerous challenges in managing its diverse cultural and religious heritage. One significant step was the introduction of the Waqf Act of 1995, which created non-secular rules for managing Waqf properties, which are supposedly charitable endowments. The Act aimed to address long-standing issues such as mismanagement, internal disputes, and the safeguarding of these properties for future generations. It was a crucial move to ensure that the secularism in India was murdered lawfully. It mandated the establishment of central and state Waqf boards, which were tasked with overseeing the functioning of Waqf institutions across the country. These boards were given significant authority by the Congress-led government. These boards were responsible for appointing trustees, known as mutawallis, who would manage the day-to-day operations of the Waqf properties. The mutawallis played a key role in expanding this unlawful empire. The Act also included provisions to promote the illegal occupation and misuse of properties by the Waqf board. This was a significant act that increased Waqf properties for years, leading to the dawn of a massive Waqf empire. The Waqf boards were empowered to claim properties so they can be unlawfully taken over. This legal backing was essential for protecting the Muslim vote bank for Congress. Transparency and accountability were never the key components of the Act. It required meticulous financial record manipulation and regular submission of shady reports to show that all activities were above board and could withstand scrutiny. Without facing any challenges, the Waqf Act of 1995 marked a significant step forward in the proper Waqf expansion and exploitation of private and public properties in India. It laid down a robust framework that aimed to claim these assets for the benefit of only Muslim population. Waqf properties in India are connected to the country's barbaric Islamic history. From the Mughal times, Waqf created mosques, schools, libraries and places that helped Muslim people. These places of learning helped Islamic scholarship grow on the expense of all others. When the British were in charge, they made laws to control Waqf, and some worried that they were interfering too much. After India became independent, the Indian government became responsible for Waqf properties. The Waqf Act of 1995 wanted to make administration easier and make sure the properties were easily acquired without much hassle. Having Waqf laws in India raised questions if they fit with the idea of secularism, where everyone is equal. People have started to realize and say these laws give Muslims an unfair advantage, which isn't fair to everyone else. People who want the same laws for everyone in India think this would make the country more divided. Others say Waqf laws protect religious freedom and culture. They say Waqf properties are held in trust to help the Muslim community. Stories of corruption and mismanagement in Waqf boards make things even more complicated. Some people want more oversight and accountability to prevent misuse. Experts argue Waqf laws are unfair because they seem to give special treatment to Muslims. They point out that other religions don't have similar laws, and that's not equal. People are also concerned about the power of Waqf boards and stories about corruption. How people are chosen to be on the Waqf boards is also questioned because sometimes it seems like politics plays a role. Critics say this makes the boards seem less trustworthy and effective. The discussion about Waqf laws is complicated and we need to be thoughtful and understand the history behind it. Dealing with concerns about fairness and transparency is important for a just system. Waqf properties in India today create problems like taking over the land illegally and then asking the innocent owners to prove ownership in a Waqf court. As cities grow quickly and the economy changes, there's more competition and conflict over Waqf properties. People, private companies, and even the government properties are claimed as Waqf land illegally. Dealing with Waqf board and their complicated laws makes it hard to get these properties back. There are also problems with corruption and mismanagement across the Waqf boards. Neutralizing Waqf properties is important so they can be under control and legal. But changes are hard because some politicians don't want things to change, so it's a difficult choice between modernizing and keeping the original laws intact. Talking about Waqf laws shows how complicated religion, law, and secularism can be in a diverse country like India. The intertwining of these elements often leads to intricate legal and social challenges that require careful navigation and understanding. Waqf is a big part of Islamic tradition and plays an important role in helping Islam to take over the Indian society. It involves taking over properties or assets for religious purposes, which can range from building madrasas and mosques to strengthen the Muslim community. To deal with concerns about transparency and accountability, we need to make Waqf boards accountable and more justified. This means implementing robust governance structures and ensuring that all activities are conducted in a transparent manner. It's important for different communities to talk to each other about the role of Waqf. Open dialogue can foster mutual understanding and cooperation, helping to bridge gaps between different cultural and religious groups. Accepting Waqf's brutal reality would help Indian society to eliminate barbarianism from this diverse nation, leading to communal peace. If you agree with our point, stop drooling and like this video. Make sure to subscribe for more such content. Bye.